What can you see, Lachie?
Where's the Ferris wheel?
Hey?
Wow.
Tell me a little bit about your family.
So we're a family of 5. It was actually 4 years ago today that we got Lachlan's diagnosis of cystic fibrosis. We call ourselves, we're frequent flyers at Westmead Children's Hospital, and his sisters, Eliza and Bonnie, have gotten used to being that hospital family, I guess, and they're pretty resilient because of that. After Lachlan was very first born, we knew something wasn't quite right. So Lachlan has, it's a symptom of his cystic fibrosis, he's pancreatic insufficient, which means that his body doesn't absorb any of his fats. So I would literally feed him and it would go straight through his system. And then he was 5 weeks old. He'd had the generic heel prick test that all the babies have. As a result of that, I'd had this voicemail from Sharon Hunt, who is our amazing nurse and now a very dear friend at the Children's Hospital. And we gave Sharon a call. She chatted through what the diagnosis meant, and then literally the very next day we were at the Children's Hospital meeting the team, and he started his first medication, which was a medicine called Creon for his pancreatic insufficiency.
Cystic fibrosis affects lots of organs and body systems. The mucus that they make in their body is much thicker and much stickier than the mucus you and I make. It means that your lungs and your digestive system can't work normally. Children with cystic fibrosis have to do treatment every day, and we start that at 6 weeks of age, like Lachlan was when we met him, and that's what helps to keep them healthy.
I was going away for work 2 nights a week, driving 2,000 k's a week. You know, you had to go away and obviously still work and everything else, but then the knowing that Lara's home with Lachie, doing the medication, doing this, doing that, it was hard. And then I got to a point where no more. So I gave up going away and just doing Monday to Friday, because you just know that's part of life now. Like whatever it is, we just need to do it. Like his physio, his treatments, everything now. Like it's life.
Last day of hospital. Last day of your tune-up.
Last day of my tune-up. Calling all nurses.
Sharon told me at the very start that we needed to see him as a little boy first, who happens to have cystic fibrosis. And for the first 12 or 18 months, that was impossible, because there were so many things that we knew could do him harm. There's a bacteria called Pseudomonas, and as careful as we were, Lachlan picked up Pseudomonas when he was only 9 months old. And that was probably the first time that we were really scared. Yeah. And something like a common cold or rhinovirus that Lachlan had recently, that's a 2-week hospital stay. So really simple things in the community means hospital stays for us.
Look, Lachie, what can you see?
It's really hard because we don't want to wrap children up in cotton wool, and we really don't have to. His immune system is normal, and the measures that have been put in place because of COVID have actually been great for our kids.
Whoa! Are you staring at the big ship?
We know that if we can minimise these viruses that he gets, that will help his lung health so that he's not got damage and he's not limited by his cystic fibrosis in what he can do.
So Lachie and I actually have one thing in common, which is that we love the Marvel Universe and the Avengers. Tell me about that.
We even adapt that into his routine. At the end of his physiotherapy, he has to do what we call Hulk breaths. So he goes like this, and then a big cough. And even his physiotherapists at the Children's Hospital, they do that with us, and they'll all dance around with him, and they all do Hulk breaths. It's pretty fabulous.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So you guys are quite strong, and you have got all of the routines in place. But in those moments where you do sort of get confronted with the reality of the situation, it must be really scary.
Yeah. Oh wow, sorry. It is, because as much as there's so many advancements in the research and the medication, and God willing, Lachlan will have a really long and fulfilled life, the reality is he is at much higher risk of that not being the case. You know, all it would take is him to pick up a certain bacteria or something like that, and the future for us would look really different. As much as we do everything that we can to keep him healthy, that reality is always looming. We have to be strong for him. And don't we? Sometimes you just have to go, it's okay, buddy, like we can do this, and then go away and cry at night.
Lara and Brendan, Lachlan's mum and dad, have been great to work with over the years. They're very dedicated to making sure Lachlan receives the best care, but also is still having the best childhood.
Massive.
Tell me about what Sharon means to you.
Oh, I don't even think she realises what she means to the families, because she just, for her, she just takes it in her stride. But being able to pick up the phone and her say, it's okay, you know, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And just that is so powerful.
Yeah, she's always there. A phone call, a message on the Westmead app. Hey, he'll need antibiotics, or just give it a couple of days. You know, yeah. Sharon's everything.
Yeah.
What do you want people to take away from your story?
Probably just two normal people, like that we found out we had someone who was sick for a brace, or it could have been another couple who might have a heart condition and might have something else. And then the money, it just helps everybody out. It doesn't help us out, it helps everybody out. We can get that bit of research and, you know?
So dig deep.
Yeah.
Definitely.